wish you didn't need what you had. You spent half your life trying to figure it out. Now you're out, your bags are packed, and now you're flying on a rocket, baby, never look back, saying, hey mama, look at me now. And the people below, how could they know? They never thought you'd get off the ground. You know what you are, galactic superstar. Everyone's a TV dinner, baby, you're caviar. You ain't a bird, you ain't a plane. Tonight everybody's gonna know your name. Now you know what you are, galactic superstar. They can say what they wanna, you ain't gonna hear. Heading for the final frontier, slipping through the vacuum like a comet in heat, and you're out, gonna disappear. You're flying on a rocket, baby, never look back, saying sugar, I'm the cream of the crop. You cosmic rebel, you're running out of levels, the elevator's hitting the top. You know what you are, galactic superstar. Everyone's a TV dinner, baby, you're caviar. You ain't a bird, you ain't a plane. Tonight everybody's gonna know your name. Now you know what you are, galactic superstar. Higher and higher and higher and higher, breaking through the stratosphere. Higher and higher, beating the odds again and 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 you know what you are, you're galactic, zipping through the cosmos. In a vacuum. Know your name. Know your name. Know your name. Know your name. Know you know what you are, galactic superstar. Everyone's a TV dinner, and baby, you're caviar. You ain't a bird, you ain't a plane, you ain't headed for 5 seconds of fame. Space gallery, sticking your claim, show 'em what you're made of, and drive 'em insane. Yeah, you know what you are, galactic.
Okay, is my mic working now? Yay, it's finals time. Welcome everyone. We are here. I'm here, Ketrock. Thank you for joining us once again.
Yeah, good to be here.
Great to have you with me. And we have some great finals, and it's Shark Week, and we have Sharkbot in the final. So I mean, maybe this is written in the stars here, but he's got a big challenge ahead of him.
Yeah, he'll need all the help you can get against Eris. Maybe Shark Week will be enough.
Yeah, definitely. Am I still muted? Did you tell me?
No, I heard you on stream.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Sorry, I was just watching the chat and Yathunt's like, muted. Yeah, I know, guys. I think Yathunt just wants to come back on himself. He is more than welcome. But no, it's been a fantastic tournament so far. We had some great semi-finals last week, and had some great matches all the way through. Like the new format's thrown up some interesting matchups, I think. Definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I look forward to see what Sharkbot has in store for Eris.
It'll
I
be
really
a
want to see
fun one.
that Thor play out a tier again. So yeah, this will be interesting.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look quickly at how we got here. Yeah, you can see Tia and Micro Machine will be fighting out for third place after losses to Eris. Eris beat Micro Machine 3-1. And still, Micro Machine is the only bot to take a game off of Eris in this tournament, which she's done twice. And obviously, Tia didn't manage to take a game off of Sharkbot, but we'll see. But yeah, like actually, if Micro Machine had done taken his 2 games off in the first matchup, you know, maybe we'd have had a different scenario right now. Would have been fun to see.
Micro Machine had a lot of bad luck with the map choices too. He kept
Yeah,
getting the map where there's the blocked expansion that he couldn't expand to, and then he
yeah,
built a planetary and a pocket expansion on Moondance as well. He had a lot of issues.
yeah,
Maybe with some luck, he might have been able to pull a second win or maybe even a series victory over Eris in one of those.
yeah.
But that would have taken a lot of luck.
Yes,
Eris usually got his number.
yeah, definitely. All right, so we are going to start with our third place matchup, and let's finish as we've just seen. Tia lost his first match of the tournament against Sharpened Edge, but come back really well, and then unfortunately beat you out in the quarterfinals with that crazy Thor play. That was quite something. But again, didn't manage to take a game in the semi-finals, but still
Yeah,
done.
Sharkbot had his number with that 2-gate cheese.
Oh god,
Just,
that was
yeah, it's
painful
not
to
something
watch.
Tier was prepared for. Yeah.
But certainly in terms of like where you'd expect it to come, he's done really well this tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Always there. I was doing some research. He is the oldest still active bot in the ladder, beating out Micro Machine. He actually
Yeah,
was there
Micro
before
Machine's not
Micro Machine was there. So Tier is still the oldest bot in the bracket. And yeah, and actually
Yeah,
oldest bot on
I
the
can't
ladder.
even think
Yeah,
of another bot that's even close to Eris's age. Because
yeah,
Sharpened Edge and Micro Machine, they're not active. Who else dates from way back then?
yeah. So it's the oldest continuous active author. But facing up against Micro Machine in the third place playoff today. Micro Machine not so active these days, but still good enough to get to the semi-finals. It's had a really good series. Again, taking
Yeah,
2 losses to Eris, and I mean, you can't complain about just taking 2 losses to Eris.
yeah, yeah. And next season, including Pro Bots, is no pocket expands. So you won't
Oh,
have all those map issues anymore. So yeah,
all
all
right.
looking for him.
Let's get into it, shall we? Our third
Yeah, let's
place
do it.
matchup. Ready to go when you are?
I'm all set.
Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, down in the bottom right-hand corner on Moondance, it is Tia.
And spawning in the top left, we have the killer himself. It is Micro Machine.
Yeah.
How long was Micro Machine like the #1 bot in existence?
Ah,
It had to be like at least 3 years, right?
yeah, about that. Like, I'd need to go back and do some research, but there was like, I think he won like, what, 7, 8 tournaments in a row? That was pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah. As well as being like far and away #1 on the ladder. Like no one even competing with him for the
yeah,
longest time.
yeah, definitely. Although this SCV from Tia is just gonna sit there and
You mean SCVs from tier?
oh,
As
there's
there's a
another one
second and
coming
now a
up.
third
Yep.
SCV. Yeah.
Oh, what is Tia doing here?
Uh,
So the other one's
it is a
just
little strange. Okay, the third SCV, are they searching for proxies? Is that what it's doing? Okay, when you're
possibly.
proxying, you don't have to do that, I don't think.
Yeah, you take the initiative yourself. It's like you pretty much give up on the idea of stopping another proxy from your opponent and just hope that your proxy is more powerful.
Yeah.
Uh,
And kind of like every worker you can have at home, the better.
yeah, so Micro Machine has got CC coming out, so that's bad news, but at least it's building it inside, so it shouldn't get taken
Yeah, and he's
down.
something with a Reaper, so that's a Micro Machine Reaper. Obviously, that might be well. Oh, and we actually have a Tech Lab coming down, so it looks like it's going to be some sort of Marauder Rush.
Yeah, Marauders, I'd imagine.
Nothing ends Reapers better than Marauders who Concussive Shell.
Yeah.
Also extremely good versus Hellions, and at least in the human meta, opening Reaper Hellion is super common. So
Yeah.
you can even pull this off on the ladder. And Custom Shell Marauders are extremely powerful for the first, couple minutes of the game. They fall off quickly,
Yes.
but yeah, before those first tanks get out, they're super good.
So the Reaper comes across and still doesn't spot the proxy, but he'll know what's coming in 1 second.
Yeah. So Reaper's gonna be doing a lot of work, but meanwhile on the other side of the map, we do have a Marauder at the ramp, and kind of getting distracted by an SCV that's running away.
Yeah. So another Reaper coming out from Micro Machine and going straight across the map, but then
No, it's actually hanging out around
Yeah.
home, which is not good because he's not gonna be able to assist versus the Marauders. So I actually prefer it just
Yeah.
killing off all the SCVs on the other side.
I just see some really good micro there from Tier as well. Not losing.
Well, he is kind of running forward a lot with the Marauders, taking a lot of SCV hits.
Yeah.
It's not really necessary.
Yeah.
The concussive shell and kiting, they can take very little damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so one Marauder did go down, and the other one's about half health. Meanwhile, like the SCV count's kind of staying steady for Tier because he's kind of losing them as fast as he's gaining them on the other side.
Yeah, but he's still bringing in more and more boards. The second one's going to go down, and the third one. Oh.
Yeah. Nice defense out of Micro Machine. I do like the way he's
Yeah.
deciding when to dive with this Reaper and Marine and when to hold back. There's actually a Marauder at home now for Tier, so that's doing a good job of keeping the Reaper at bay. And in fact, that Reaper's just going to come back home and help defend.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be able to do much though. I think so. Reaper doesn't look like it's really going to do much. Oh no, it's coming in.
Yeah, we got some higher health SCVs trying to attack the Marauders and low health SCVs running away from the Marauders, which means no one's actually mining for Micro Machine. And that's bad because he's got this tech lab factory and no money you can spend on it.
Yeah.
Like if a Cyclone got out, this could like be game winning.
Yeah, I think all those SCVs are on about 1 hit point there at the back. It's oh, this is not good for Micro Machine.
Yeah, and unfortunately he's building a siege tank, which, if he had a wall, it would be really nice, but I just feel a siege tank's gonna get jumped on and killed so quickly by these Marauders.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing we can say for Micro Machine is he is keeping his SCV count more or less alive.
But they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Alive is not helpful. Yeah, useful is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the siege tank, and yeah, like I suspected, doesn't get off a single shot. Yeah. If it needed to be a Cyclone. Cyclone could have kited this for days.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even not with the concussive shells, but probably could have kited it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the Marauder counts up to what, 7 in the main base? Yeah, this is over.
7. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun for Micro Machine, and the SCV count is just gonna go down. I think we have our results. I'm gonna fast forward this. There's no way of getting any more mining done for Micro Machine, unfortunately.
GG Tier. Looks like he's
Yep.
found a hole in the defenses of Micro Machine there. But we do know Micro Machine has multiple builds, so
Yeah.
we've seen this before with like Ben bots where he crushed Micro Machine twice, and then all of a sudden Micro Machine found a build that worked and turned it around.
Yeah.
To win at 3-2.
And like, but I think also Tier probably has a few more builds in case one doesn't work as well. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Tier obviously has tons and tons of builds, but like, how many of them work versus Micro Machine? And the answer might be
Good
one.
point. Yeah.
Because he's a tough nut to crack. So he may have only shown up with the one build.
Yeah. Finding new builds is easy. Finding new builds that work, slightly harder.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay.
All right, so 1-0 for Tier.
I am good to go when you are.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. up 1-0 in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad. It is Tyr.
And spawning in the bottom right, we have the Blue Terran Micro Machine. This time choosing strategy standard. I'm gonna guess he was doing early expand last time?
I think so,
No.
yeah, because...
Or was it standard last time too?
No,
I
I
don't know.
think it was early expand, because he had a very early CC that game.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
I think standard might be a bit more safe, which might actually help him against the proxy marauders.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the last time it was like barracks CC, second barracks. This time
Yeah.
we're probably going to see a much earlier gas, which probably means a much earlier factory. And I think the factory units will be the key to surviving this Marauder rush.
Yeah.
Because the Reapers and Marines can only delay.
Yeah, if he can get a Cyclone out, like you say, then, you know, we can probably kite them quite a bit.
Yeah, and there's a second gas for Micro Machine, so
Yeah.
he will not be gas starved when it comes to getting the factory up quick.
So yeah, unfortunately, Micro Machine can't use his bunker trick on these gases. But, well,
No.
in theory he could, but you know, that's
Yeah. I don't think, well, if we do have a bot on the ladder, or, well, not on the ladder, but a bot who's done a proof of concept of bunker mining the entire mineral line. He puts in 2 bunkers and yeah, he can get like so much better mining rate with fewer workers.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah, with that said, we do have a factory out of Micro Machine. You took that second gas very early.
Yeah.
And I think actually bunker mining would be bad for Micro Machine because that wouldn't pay for itself in time.
No.
By the time the Marauders hit, that would just be 100 minerals down the drain rather than something useful.
So Reaper goes out again. It will spot the proxy this time. So
All of Micro Machine's SCVs switch mineral patches at the same time. I'm not sure what was going on there. Change positions.
I think what it is, I think Raf programmed in because occasionally his SCVs were getting out of position sometimes, and so he basically programs in code that would immediately reset them if they got there because he couldn't figure out what the bug was.
Oh man, I had a bug very similar to that, and I do something very similar as well. But I periodically just like fix my SCVs rather than preventing the bug altogether.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't figure out what was causing it. All right, so he is opening Siege Tank, which is not ideal. We do have 1 Reaper across the map, 1 finding it home. Marine goes down right away.
So that's not good. But I think the siege tank's going to come out, like you say, but it's probably going to get jumped on straight away again.
Yeah, but it's not easy getting pushed back by SCVs when it comes out.
Yeah.
It all depends on the timing of this. Like, if the Marauders are around the far side of the barracks... Oh, they're not. This is going to be perfect for Tyr.
Really,
He's... Well,
Oh,
if the SCVs will fight? No, the SCVs are not fighting.
no.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, I think that could have been good. If the Reapers were on the ramp when that siege tank popped out, he would have been able to siege up in time.
Yeah.
Maybe if the SCVs were fighting at the same time, it would have been really nice. But yeah, I think at this point it's gotten to be too much again. It's all going to depend on whether the Reaper on the other side of the map will do something, but there's already a Marauder at home dealing with him.
Yeah. So that
And then
Reaper's
once again, we
gonna
have all the
come back.
SCVs not mining because they're afraid of being shot by Marauders.
To be fair, I would be damn afraid of being shot by Marauders as well in their position, so, you know.
Yeah.
I mean... the SCV, some of the SCVs are getting brave, but yeah, I wouldn't be a brave SCV in this position.
Yeah, it's funny, like, Tyr wasn't jumping on the SCVs to finish them off there, and it ends up being a really good idea because Micro Machine was able to start a Banshee. So Tyr focusing down that starport was a very good decision because if that Banshee got out, it might have been a slow end to this. Although Tyr is looking like he's can't mix some Marines.
Yeah. So there's a few
Anyways,
Marines
this game's
coming
over.
across. Yeah. Let's fast forward. This guy is. It looks like Micro
Second
Machine.
tank to get out and instantly died to a one shot of 9 Marauders.
Yeah. And it's really a shame because Tyr is making Micro Machine looks like a bad bot. And we know Micro Machine is not a bad bot. Like, this is not normal for Micro Machine.
No, this is absolutely normal for Micro Machine.
Yeah.
It used to be the only way the Micro Machine would ever lose is if some nonsense in the first 2 minutes of the game caught him off guard. You try to
Yeah.
take a Micro Machine to a macro game, you just always lose. So when Micro Machine did get knocked out of tournaments, it always looked like this.
Yeah.
Worker rushes, cannon rushes, 12 pools, whatever it happened to be.
Oh, even the cats run away now. Sorry. All right. I'm good to go with game 3 when you are.
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right, let's see if Micro Machine can pull this back. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, down in the bottom left on Hardwire, looking to take the 3rd place in the tournament. It is Tia.
And spawning in the top right, having to win this match right now, it is Micro Machine. Who didn't actually announce what he was going to do. He just said, I have a 0% win rate, which is true at the moment.
Yeah.
Versus Tier.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's not going to be the Proxy Marauder, which I expected. Because, Micro Machine tried these 2 builds versus Benbot, and then went into Proxy Marauder in game 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like his Proxy Marauders on there.
Back to, I think, the fast expand build. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Oh, no. What am I talking about? Sorry. My brain is off. Looking at the clock, I'm like, no. So you took a gas immediately after barracks, so no, this is probably going to be the same as last game, I would assume.
Yeah. So it's
Although
possible.
an SCV is moving across, so it's going to be a proxy of some sort.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe it is going Proxy Marauders. Oh.
Here did just catch us a sight of that barracks.
Yeah.
So I guess, maybe this is how he does it. First barracks at home, second one across the map.
And that's not too
I didn't know
bad,
that was the case.
Because depending on how the engagement goes, it could work. Oh, but that SCV is getting taken out by this other SCV. Micro Machine, don't, no. Oh no! And the proxy gets cancelled, which might actually be advantageous for Micro Machine here. Although we say that he's now getting his bunker mining up.
No, like all that did for Micro Machine is allowed him to bank 300 minerals. I think he would much rather have another production facility.
That's what I think.
Counterattacking with your own Marauders would have been really nice in this
Yeah, if he'd have used that to immediately build a bunker at home, it might have been okay, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be 1 Rax Marauders against 2 Rax Marauders with the factory on the way.
Yeah.
And no, it's actually 1 Max Reaper. So he abandoned the Marauders altogether, even though he already built the tech lab.
Yeah. So if only I could turn the sound of the bunkers off, it would be so much better. But
yeah, we may want to see if we can work that into our AIE maps. There might be more bunker mining in the future based on what I've seen on our author Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is absolute the worst case scenario. This is so much worse than game 1 and game 2.
Yeah, there is literally nothing here for Micro Machine now.
Yeah, it's like 2 late Reapers instead of anything.
Yeah.
Late factory, no expansion. It's like take the worst parts of game 1 and game 2 and smash them together, and that's what's happening for Micro Machine right now.
He does get a bomb off, but that's not really going to help.
Siege tank once again. Maybe I'll get a little bit luckier on the Marauder positioning. The factory's much further back.
Even still, he's got to get 1. How many shots does he need to get off on that? Quite a few, I think, to do anything.
Well, I mean, if you can get fully sieged from 11 range away.
Yeah.
And then if the SCVs can fight with the tank.
But there's only 12 of them left.
Yeah, no. He did not get lucky.
No.
He got 1 shot. That's better than the other games. But yeah, this is going to be a quick victory and a 3rd place title for here.
Oh, well.
I mean, there's always the hope of the Banshee, but he doesn't really have the money.
No, that's not
he does have the money, but he's got a burning, floating starport.
At least Tier solves our problem of bunker mining audio.
Oh! finally a
Cyclone that gets
decided to
destroyed.
lock on and not fade away.
Yeah. Right, okay, congratulations to Tia for taking third place. There we go. Yeah, so Tia with the victory. And yeah, unfortunate for Micro Machine, but that's what happens a lot when you don't have a bot that's not updated so regularly. Is people often find holes in that bot, and Micro Machine has had a target on its back for a while, I think, for that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I believe Micro Machine's even open source at this point, so
yeah,
if you really wanted to hard snipe Micro Machine, there's like there's everything you can do. You can even go through its source code and look for flaws if you wanted to.
yeah. So yeah, there you go, guys. If you want to make a bot that beats Micro Machine, you have all the tools you need. But it is a $50 prize for third place that is going to Tia. So congratulations there. We'll get that sent across, and of course all the honor and glory that comes with third place in a tournament, which is far more important than mere money. So yeah,
All right,
so let's have a
grand
look.
finals time.
It is almost grand finals time. Let's just have a look at our finalists, shall we? First up, it is the number one seed, the god, and previous winner of the tournament is Eris. 2-0 versus 12 pool bots, 2-0 versus Sharpened Edge, dropping a single game to Micro Machine in the first round when it faced up against it, and in the semi-finals. Other than that, it's been pretty dominant so far. So yeah, and
Yeah, 88% win rate, I think, is maybe the lowest win rate I've seen for Eris, which is still
yeah,
probably like 20% higher than any other bot on the ladder. So
it's
super impressive.
yeah, a super well-made bot, and like constantly being updated by by Paul and Rasper as well. So really awesomely done. And
Although I have seen Rasper asking questions about, pylon powering range and stuff, so he might be up to something a little
ooh,
bit different. Yeah,
ooh, could have something
I've
up
always
its sleeve.
predicted like a solid cannon rush bot would just wipe the floor with every bot that exists. So
Yeah,
maybe we'll be seeing that coming up soon.
and the opponent, third seed Sharkbot. The only one map defeat against your bot in the first round there. Well, I would say only one map defeat. There was a draw in that series as well, which was a pretty crazy game. If you want to go back and watch that, we also have the replays available on our website, on our wiki as well. So you're more than welcome. But yeah, like I've been really impressed with Sharkbot this season. I think like Sharkbot has made this huge step up in the past kind of like sort of like 4 or 5 months, where it's always been there and thereabouts, getting to quarterfinals, kind of like making the occasional semi-final, but to actually make that step up into being a top four bot and then making the final, it's seriously impressive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shark Nice, he should have been pretty confident that he was going to reach the grand finals because,
Yeah,
he plays very well versus my bot and Tier and everyone else who was in his side of the bracket. So I'm guessing he was expecting to be here, or at least thought was likely.
yeah.
So hopefully, also means he made some plans for Eris as well.
I really hope so, but
Yeah,
we'll have to see. All right, I am good to go with the first match if you are.
all set.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Did I? Yeah. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. And it is finals time, guys. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, starting on inside and out, it is Sharkbot.
Yeah, starting -2 probes apparently, and I'll do it quick. In the top right, we have the red Zerg Eris because this game's gonna get started fast.
Oh yeah,
So
Sharkbot does not waste time here. Pylon, proxy pylon there. And Eris always does such a good job in finding proxies. I think we can see where he'll send out a drone pretty soon, and there it goes.
Yeah.
Look at that scouting
Zergbot
path.
authors definitely have the toughest time defending against cheese. So
Oh, he will find
being
it.
able to scout it is obviously like one of the most important things. And then obviously the reaction
Yeah.
to what you scout. But yeah,
So
you definitely
that,
want to scout your opponent's base or scout around your own base. One or the other. Meanwhile, we do have a second gateway all set to go and an expansion out of Eris. So
yeah. So what I would say is that there was an opportunity there for Sharkbot to take both the gases, which would have really been fun for Eris. But I don't think he quite
yeah,
managed it.
not the end of the world just giving up one gas because you probably don't need the second gas at all
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah.
So it actually helps him a little bit hold off this cheese. As Sharkbot, you kind of want to get both gas or neither. And Eris has now spotted the proxy with his drone. Actually working away on the pylon is interesting. If you ever got that, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get that in time though.
Yeah.
So we do have both bringing out zealots.
Yeah, and that's all it's going to be. There's no gas taken from Sharkbot on the other side of the map, so he's all in with this this 3-gate zealot push.
PP.
Natural expansion did get cancelled by Eris, you'll notice. So
Yeah.
going for a Roachwarn and a Spine Crawler. Still making drones though. I don't know about that. Queen will help.
The Spine Crawler might not get up, depending on how. So one of those workers does get away. I'd really like to see Sharkbot start working on the spine though. But obviously these workers are going to be a big distraction.
Yeah, Eris is still making drones. I think he's fully banked on going for roaches to defend,
Yeah.
which is a nice unit, but the question is, will he get to roaches in time? And now the first roach is on the way.
Yeah, and there's 2 of the zealots have gone down for Sharkbot already. So
Yeah, beautiful worker defense out of
absolutely.
Eris there. The only issue is the queen is working on the assimilator instead of the zealots, which is kind of a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, so
Now it's actually assisting with the zealots, which is much better.
yeah. So I don't think this is going to work from Sharkbot. There's just not enough zealots coming out, and 4 of them have already been lost.
And now all that crazy droning from Eris is actually paying off for him. The fact that he was able to survive, he's got a full 1-base economy, and he'll be able to, like, every larva that comes out will be able to turn into a roach.
And Sharkbot really needs to stop now. Turn around, send your zealots home. You know,
Yeah, like he is transitioning. He took a gas and a cyber core. I think I would prefer him. Like he was so all in to begin with. I think I would have preferred him just to stick with mass zealot.
yeah.
Like he could have had 3 more zealots, and maybe that would have been enough to really push through. But the fact that he took gas and a cyber core lowered his zealot count.
Yeah, I think he would have struggled anyway, because like by the time he took them, I think he was already been held. So
I feel like transitioning just guarantees you're going to lose unless you did a lot of damage. And
yeah.
he killed 3 workers. Like, I don't think that's enough damage
That's
to turn
not
around.
enough
It
damage.
is versus a 1-base Zerg, I will say.
Yeah.
But it's a 1-base Zerg with roaches, so.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult for Sharkbot from here. So yeah, and then
Yeah, I mean,
it's just not
I think
good.
he would have been able to do it. The more I'm thinking about it, I think if he didn't transition, he might have been able to do it. Because Eris is holding on by a thread because of that spine crawler. And once the spine went down, he had the roaches. So if he powered through that spine and started getting those zealots on top of the queen and the mineral line,
I don't know. I
been
think he
tough.
was just losing too many zealots there. Yeah. So now
yeah, but the drones are all getting low as well. Like
Yeah,
that drone
yeah,
micro only
possibly.
works to a certain point.
yeah.
Oh, he's just gonna get all of his
Oh.
gateways unpowered, you know?
Oh, this is not good. No. Yeah.
I mean, with that said, we do have a full 1-base economy out of Sharkbot, and he's
Yeah.
started his natural expansion. if Eris allows him to survive, he might be able to start rebuilding, getting back into this game at home.
Yeah. I mean, one thing we do know about Eris is that they like to take it to the late game and kind of like, they're not exactly as aggressive as they possibly could be in this situation. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Eris is back to droning really hard though. This guy's full 2 base economy, taking down all these gateways. Sharkbot's like has literally no army production ability right now. He's got starport on the way and a couple of zealots at home and a shield battery.
well, yeah, there's still one gateway there, completely unpowered, but
Luckily, Eris isn't going for the A move victory. He's staying back, so.
yeah. As I say, Eris normally takes the opinion of when you're ahead, get further ahead, rather than some of the more aggressive bots, which is like when you're ahead, go absolutely for their throat and kill them.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad tactic. I mean, it does guarantee you win some games that you possibly, all the games you possibly should win, but it maybe allows your opponent back in occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, it's a decision based on many factors, whether which one's correct, and decisions are not the the highlights of bots. Bots are pretty dumb.
Yeah.
They're really good at micro and macro and stuff, but strategic decisions they're usually a little bit too basic when it comes to that stuff to do it well.
One thing like Eris really does hate, it's rocks. So clearing out the pathways.
You can't go wrong as a Zerg player taking out all the rocks.
Yeah.
It's almost never that the rocks help the Zerg.
Yeah.
The Zerg has the mobility, they have the swarming ability, you want big wide open spaces.
Yeah.
Basically, if every map was just an open field, Zerg would never lose a game. So the closer they can make it to an open field, the better.
Yeah. So the gateway is still there. And Eris is like just gonna let it stay.
So meanwhile, in the background, Sharkbot does have Warp Gate now. He's got a nice little wall off, shield batteries, some air units. So he's transitioned well. He's facing a Zerg who's taking a 4th base, so he's well behind economically. It's going to be kind of annoying to take a 3rd as there's burrowed Zerglings, but other than that, it's looking good.
But there's mostly a Zergling-based army at the moment, so there's not really a lot of high-tech units out of Eris, so that will probably come later.
Yeah. I'll say right now, I will give Sharkbot the full 1st place prize no matter what happens if he finishes building that Adept on the proxy gateway.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Sorry. All right, yeah, we'll do that.
Well,
I think your money is safe, but yeah, I mean
that gateway survived for a long time. Right, he only needs like another 20 seconds on it.
Is that a genius move there from Eris to leave that alive because he knows it's building a zealot? So is it zealot? Is it building? No, adept. Sorry.
Adept. Yeah.
Yes. Is it a genius move from Eris just to leave it there so that it, doesn't get the minerals back?
Yeah, it would be fluke though. I don't think we get that information in the API, whether enemy structure is producing or not. Maybe we do. There is an is active tag.
I think, yeah.
Is that only for your own units? Yeah. It might be one of those ones you only see for your own. I'm not quite sure on that one actually.
So
but if I had to guess, I don't think Eris knows that there's a unit queued up in there. Yeah, you were talking about the Oracle?
Yeah. Oracle.
I saw it just in time to see an explosion. It does look like Gateway's produced 5 zealots though. If you didn't look too closely.
Oh yeah.
It's gathering all the it's actually denying mining from Eris because all of his changelings are stuck on the closest unit to him, which is that gateway.
Oh wow.
Mass Phoenix is interesting. I don't think we've seen that out of a bot before.
I
wonder if you can use them well.
It's a good tactic. It's if you can use Mass Phoenix well, then yeah. But I think Zerglings are
Yeah, they're actually using together.
Yeah.
Where one lifts up a Zergling and the other one shoots the Zergling down. It's kind of one of those things where all your Phoenix have to work as a group. You can't
Yeah.
just each do their own individual thing. Because there's no point lifting up a unit unless there's other units to kill it. And you don't want to have them all lifting units, then there's nothing to kill, obviously. But
Alright, so Sharkbot is going to have
yeah.
problems taking its third here, I think.
Yeah, his third was blocked by a Zergling, and now his third is blocked by his own. Oh no, there's still a Zergling there. Okay.
But it does get some bonus minerals back.
And yeah, there's actually no robotics, so you can use an Oracle
Yeah.
or a cannon. Yeah, only Phoenix being built. Okay, yeah, that's a big trouble. There's gonna be no third base for Sharkbot.
Yeah. This is getting really
That is
bad.
a large army. Zergling's flooding through the gap.
Yeah.
Overcharge is there. I mean, overcharge is pretty awesome, but man, that army size is so much bigger.
Not that awesome. Alright, I am going to call this one here as first game for Eris. Congratulations.
Oh, there was an Oracle though too. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
It just wasn't prioritizing that Zergling.
Alright, it's, Eris does take the win in the first game here. Building up a fairly sizable army there and take it down. Congratulations, Eris. 1-0 up. Alright, and all these bots will have hopefully other tactics as well, so Eris doesn't need that other tactic at the moment, but Sharkbot does. Can we see Sharkbot kind of like dig this out here, I wonder? We'll see.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even 100% that the same strategy might not, like, would be defended by Eris if won again.
Yeah, I think Eris did get quite lucky. Well, I say lucky in seeing the proxy when it did, but Eris does have such great scouting that that's not luck. That's skill.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
If that second hatchery finishes before he scouts it, that would change the whole dynamic as well.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I am good to go when you are.
I'm all set.
Okay, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, up in the top right, on Stargazers, looking to come back in this grand final, it is Sharkbot.
Meanwhile, on the top left, we have up 1-0. We have the red Zerg Eris, who once again is saying 2-base Muta. Now, we didn't see a single Muta last game, but he did say 2-base Muta. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing everything got thrown off. Once he got cheesed, everything changed. But the original plan was probably that.
I wouldn't make a liar out of Eris, would I?
Okay, and Sharkbot with an opening pylon that is natural, so looks like he's going to be switching it up this game.
Changing tactics. He's not going to tell us what he's doing, but he's doing something something good. So,
and it wouldn't be Sharkbot if he didn't send at least one probe into the enemy base, so...
Yeah, got to have a little bit of harass. Is he going to get there? No, not going to get there before the hatchery goes up.
Yeah. Interestingly, Eris like mind gaming Sharkbot, as he was able to open hatch first this time, and it worked out great for him because this game he was not getting proxied. Last game he opened pool first, and that saved him.
Yes. Oh,
Gas goes down.
Oh,
Probe getting poked away at. Actually got pretty low there.
Yeah, I think he'll get out okay though. Not going to take the other gas this time.
I do like that though. Like as you're traveling through your opponent's mineral line, each individual worker is like, "Oh, let me just poke at this probe as he's running by."
Yeah.
Since every unit's being microed individually, you can just kind of have this like wave of pokes and knocking the probe down to almost dead.
Probe is taking some risks there. That's like walking up to the crocodile with 0 health, going like, "Eat me, eat me." Although, probably.
Yeah. So Sharkbot clearing out his pocket base while he already has his natural. I wonder if he's gonna go for a quick 3-base setup.
Would be good
with
actually.
the wall, which feels it feels really good. Except I think this time he's actually facing 2-base Muta, so
yeah.
I don't think you're getting up units in time if you went for a hatchery or went for a Nexus right now.
See, normally against Eris that wouldn't work out too badly because Eris does normally bring out some very greedy builds. So if you
Yeah.
match greed versus Eris, then it's not a bad tactic.
Yep. And there's a lair.
Oh,
Eris did get speed before lair though, so it's not like the fastest 2-base Muta you could
yeah,
ever see.
yeah.
But
I
yeah, so pretty
think we
quick.
see them.
Okay, Stargate. I like that. Or Sharkbot.
Yep.
I mean, Phoenix with bot micro in theory would never die to Mutalisks. They're faster and longer range, so they
Yeah.
should be able to like absolutely wreck them.
Yeah. If you go mass Phoenix in this, it would be a good response. Obviously, it depends on what you have with those mutas, but
Scouting the natural base, does see one of the gas geysers as well. Oh, and he's actually going to complete.
oh, yep.
And I
Sees
don't
the
think he's going to
lair.
get a single worker kill, yeah. Eris pulling away those drones after the first hit every time, very
Yep.
nice.
Spire is on the way, so we will be seeing those mutas that were promised. And Sharkbot sees
Yeah, but
it.
that's a Spire that's spotted by the Adept, though. So
Yeah,
I didn't
yes.
like that Adept finished, but it's totally worth it just seeing the Spire alone.
Yeah.
I would lose 3 Adepts for just kick out the Spire. That's like
Yeah.
all the information you need.
Yep, definitely.
Oh, and Eris even pulling away from the shade before it completes with his weak drones. I love it.
So I think this puts Sharkbot in quite a decent position here. He knows what's coming. He's got the response ready. Yeah, it's up to Eris to see
Well,
if they want
he
to.
knows what's coming, but he's still making an Oracle anyways.
Yeah.
So seeing it and reacting to it are 2 different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Oracle is obviously like dead meat to mutas, and it also prevents you from getting another
Yeah.
Phoenix during that time.
So there's a Phoenix on the way now.
Yeah, he's got 1 Phoenix already, so second on the way.
Yep.
I'm guessing Sharkbot just always likes to have 1 or 2 Oracles live at any time, and only go Phoenix afterwards.
Yeah. So Eris continuing to drone. No mutas on the way yet. But
Yeah, actually, Hydroden going down. So
yeah.
he might have changed his mind. He might have seen the Stargate and he's like, nope, screw the mutas. Maybe that's what happened last game as well, because he didn't go mutas that game either.
I mean, it's possible.
He might have seen the Phoenix and said, screw it.
Or there is the other option that Eris is just lying to us. Oh.
I don't know. That was a 2-base lair with a Spire, so we know that much at the minimum.
Yes, yeah.
He's really selling that lie well if it's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, you do commit a little bit to it, but yeah.
Alright,
Coming down. But yeah, on Sharkbot's side, it's kind of really a few Phoenix and Stalker army, which should do okay into Hydralisks. Probably not the greatest, especially with Phoenix, but Stalkers generally do okay into Hydras in enough numbers. Well, so that anything in enough numbers does well into any other unit, but yeah. So Sharkbot is wondering what favourite movie is.
I think The Invisible Man is a movie. I know those are 2 independent comments, but
Yeah.
based on the hiders, I think he's probably an Aliens fan.
Ah, yeah.
Or she, I should say. Eris, yeah.
Eris, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we're seeing basically the exact same compositions as last game. Only difference is Sharkbot isn't as far behind this time because of the openers.
I mean, I think Eris would be more of a Starship Troopers fan, to be honest.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a different type of bug, I guess.
Yeah.
I know that was just like a B movie or whatever, but it still bugged me how they would always move towards. Like, they didn't kite backwards like a StarCraft player would.
No.
It's like, my gun doesn't work versus these bugs, so let me move as close to the bugs as possible while I'm shooting them. Let's run
Yeah.
towards the melee unit when my gun doesn't work very well.
Yeah, I don't think they're exactly very smart, were they? But, yeah. I think if you're criticizing Starship Troopers for realism and just about the
I know.
army movements, I think you're doing it wrong. All right, okay, so there's a big push out here with Zerglings and Hydras from Sharkbot, and he's decided that no, he's going to go home instead. Probably because he's getting hit with a few Adepts, I think. I just hear the Adepts.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We do have
Oracles.
the same issue though for Sharkbot as he doesn't have a Robo, so okay, Robo's on the way now, but he can't take a 4th base. Now he did have the pocket base, so at least it's not his 3rd base being blocked, just his 4th.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, the 4th could have been done by now with how long Sharkbot's been trying to make it.
Yeah. No.
Which would have been handy because now Eris is on 5 bases and this is starting to get out of hand.
Yeah. So he is doing some long distance mining as well, so
Yeah.
there's a few.
Yeah, Tempests are interesting.
Yeah.
They can have a lot of long-term value.
Tempests are pretty good into Hydras as well, as long as the Hydras can't actually get on top of them.
Okay, Observer's almost done. Hopefully it's going to beeline straight to that 4th base. However, as it arrives, so will the entire army of Eris at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, 4th has started. And it's not going to survive for long. Let's see what these Tempests do. Maybe they can like just get a lot of slow value over time.
Tempests are slow though, and sorry, I've just had a cat attack me. Apologies. Sorry, my cat.
Soccer's getting stuck on the wrong side of the wall, and
well,
yeah, just getting absolutely shredded by these
that's-
Zerglings.
That's horrific.
Mothership actually, that's there's no detection. Oh, there is detection.
Oh, there is detection.
Mothership.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the Cyclones, the Tempest can probably just take out the detection quite easily from range if they wanted to, but they're not doing that, and that's a big problem. Now, Sharkbot may be able to just about hold this, but at what cost is the problem. And the Mothership, why is the Mothership that far forward?
Yeah, it was flying over the Hydras for a good
Yeah.
portion of that fight, so it's kind of funny. It didn't take a single point of damage during that as well. Yeah, there was only one Overseer. It would have been nice if you actually took out the Overseer.
Yeah.
And then the Cloak would have been the factor, but...
Yeah, Mothership Tempests and just take out Overseers is just absolutely deadly for the Zerg, but unfortunately there's not much of that left now.
Yeah, the stock is being on the wrong side of the wall. I think that fight would have gone exactly
Yeah.
opposite of this if they were on the right side of the wall. Like all those Zerglings and Hydras just plowing into a choke point.
Yeah.
With Tempest and Mothership and everything on the far side. I think it would have been a great fight for Sharkbot.
Yeah, no, that would be brilliant, but...
And yeah, Sharkbot needed like multiple great fights to get back into this game, so losing the one fight you did have is not what you want here.
And now there's the...
This might have been Sharkbot's best chance too on a map with a pocket base.
Yeah.
Because these burrowed Zerglings have been death for him.
So, have we seen any mutas? I don't think we have.
No, I think once he started scouted the
Yeah.
Stargate, he gave up on that idea.
Yeah.
Or the Phoenix, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Tempests lived up to their... to what I thought though. They're all at over 20 kills each. None of them have died yet. So I do like the long-term value of those. Just yeah, just everything else going poorly.
Alright, so I think we're going to call it for Eris there. It's a 2-0 win. Let's fast forward this and take it out.
Interestingly, Eris isn't really upping his corruptor count to a large level.
Yeah.
So, this might be a long fast forward before all this air goes down.
So I think it's just take out the buildings, though, isn't it? So I mean,
Yeah, the road just might end up winning it with it.
I-
As long as they can
doesn't
see the
matter.
buildings,
Yeah.
there's a mothership too.
Yeah. Oh, we do see some mutas, so there is mutas on the field.
Yeah, this is gonna be elimination with the air army still alive.
Yeah.
That's funny.
GG Eris, well done, taking the victory. So let's see if I can find the cat, but she's run out of the room, so that's okay. Apologies, I lost the camera there in the middle of the game for a second because the cat literally jumped on my keyboard. But no,
Yeah,
GG Eris. Uh,
those 3 Tempests got about 130 kills between them, so
yeah.
that part was nice. Small victories.
Small victories. Well, I mean, like pretty big victories for those Tempests, and to stay alive at the end of the game as well. So right.
Yeah, man. There's like 15 stalkers that just instantly got wiped out by Zerglings.
Yeah. All right.
I think that was the big deal.
Yeah, I think
I think
that
that
first
I
fight.
feel like that was Sharkbot's chance that game, man.
Yeah.
That was the opportunity.
I think that first fight there, what you saw was like literally if those Tempests had just taken out the detection and that mothership had sat back, there would have been nothing Eris could have done. I mean, having stalkers on the other side of the wall would have been great as well, but just you know, just sit there and take out the detection, and there's not much you can do. So Zerg doesn't have a lot of options for detection outside of overseers. So yeah, that's all good. All right. Well, I am good to go with game number 3 when you are. Eris.
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Down in the bottom half of Moondance on the brink of elimination. Looking to bring this back. Can we see a reverse sweep? It is Sharkbot.
Yeah, and up 2-0, looking for another championship. It is the #1 bot. It is the Red Zerg Eris.
So I will say on Moondance we do have another pocket expand, which worked out better for Sharkbot last time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's possibly a chance here. Again, not going ahead with the proxy of the first game. I think he's possibly learnt his lesson there.
Yeah.
So.
And even though she's lost with this Sky composition 2 straight games, I still feel like it has some merit. I think it's other things that cost Sharkbot more than the actual units he had to fight with.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see how this works out.
So gateways going up immediately.
Yeah, it does look like they've got a different build out of Sharkbot though. He's walling off his main base, he's taking 2 gas super early. It doesn't look like expansions are really on the menu right here.
This is going to be a 1 base.
Yeah.
Cyber going down, so it's not 1 base start.
Nah, I'm feeling like a 4 gates or a 3 gate robo, something along those lines.
Yeah, so it's definitely something fruity planned. In the meantime, Eris is really going to base. Yeah, kind of pretty standard start really from Eris.
Yeah, he did say 2 base muta again, so this might actually be the game we see the mutas. And if this is like a 4 gate stalker play, I always hate when people go stalker versus Zerg. I see it so often, like Stalker Immortal versus Zerg. It's like, no, that's not the unit you want. But if he's going mass muta, then yeah, mass stalker is going to work out really well.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a blink with those stalkers as well, that's going to be fun. But we have 2 adepts on the way.
Followed by 2 stalkers, chrono basing warp gate, and we do have a proxy.
I got a proxy
and I think
pylon.
my StarCraft crashed. Did it crash? What's going on? Okay, I'm back. What time are you at?
2:48.
Okay. I need to catch up a bit. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so proxy pylon, and he's going to throw down a proxy gate. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is probably going to be a 4-gate play. 3 gates at home, 1
Yeah.
proxied. That 4th gateway should finish around the same time as warp gate tech, so yeah, nice
A bit
fast
behind,
forward warp in there.
I think, yeah. Alright. So yeah, the warp gate is being chronoed out.
Meanwhile, we do see a lot of Zerglings out of Eris. I think he's caught on to the fact that there's no expansion out of Sharkbot, and it's time to start making some units.
Yep. So these Zerglings
Spire's still being committed to, though. Yeah.
Yeah, the Zerglings are going to go take out the rocks, because what else is Zerglings going to do at this stage in the game?
No, that's a good idea, especially before he doesn't have. Oh, he does have speed. Okay.
Yeah.
But even with speed, it helps to have open areas to wrap around stalkers.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately, this is a lot of Zerglings versus a lot of stalkers, so I feel like this might be a quick championship.
I mean, there is a sentry there to provide some walls, possibly. So
Yeah, it's probably for Guardian Shield, which again doesn't work versus Zerglings.
yeah. Oh, the Zerglings get a
Yeah, let's
nice
see.
surround on the first stalkers. Oh, that is not a fight that's going well for Sharkbot. More
Some of them
stalkers.
cutting back.
Yeah.
Archmon's hooking up a lot of damage, which is nice.
That's so. There's a few left over.
Yeah, it was a bad fight, but it wasn't end of the world fight. There's still maybe an opportunity for
Yeah.
the second wave to do better.
So all the Zerglings are actually out taking out the rocks over here, and these stalkers are just going to walk straight in. Surely. And now, they're going to get a nasty surround when those Zerglings come back. That's.
Yeah.
Oh god. So there's one.
But some of the stalkers came behind the minerals. They did pick
Yeah.
off the queen really quickly. These
Yeah.
are good things for them.
Yeah, they're all going to go down to these Zerglings. There's another 4 warp in. So yeah,
I mean, not bad actually. He's killed like 3 to 1. He's killed 3 Zerglings for every 1 stalker. That's not the end of the world. The
Yeah.
problem is the 1 base versus 2 base economy, because you know he's got about 10
Yeah.
workers on his natural. That's a giant worker or income advantage.
Yeah. Especially with speed mining, that's really all you need.
And he's like keeping like a link count of like 40 plus, which is usually going to be more than enough to deal with just stalkers. I would love to see like zealots and adepts be mixed in. You know, something that can actually fight versus Zerglings.
Yeah. Some zealots to just stand on the front line and soak up the damage while killing a few Zerglings would be absolutely perfect here.
Yeah. Well, they also do better DPS versus
Yeah.
Zerglings than stalkers, especially if you get +1.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then they start 2-shotting the Zerglings. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, +1 zealots are fun against Zerglings.
Yeah. It's basically like a 50% damage increase because
Yeah.
it changes them from a 3-shot into a 2-shot.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Hits at perfect breakpoints, I guess.
Yeah.
Eris feels confident enough to take his 3rd hat tree, and I don't blame him. Yeah, okay, nice kiting here. He's just kiting back into a little mineral pocket.
Yeah.
That does trap him, but it also means it takes away the surface area of these Zerglings.
Yeah, I think
And
he's done pretty good there. That wasn't too
yeah,
bad
not
a
bad
fight.
fight.
But yeah, if I were Eris, I'd want to take out this proxy as soon as possible, really. I mean, he's seen it, so he knows it's there.
It looks like these stalkers are hiding in the mineral pocket, but I think they're actually trying to move to the high ground. They don't realize that they can't walk straight there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'd expect the pathing to come around there, but it's going to work out pretty well for him. Reducing the surface area there, but it's still going to get taken down.
Yeah. I think we have our next champion.
Yeah,
Eris is showing how rock solid he is versus many of the cheeses.
it
You know.
really is, yeah.
Toughest race to hold cheese with, and he does it like a pro. Especially that game 1, you know, that's basically a perfect hold with just workers.
Yeah. So Sharkbot has tried a few different things, and it just seems like nothing's working for him. It's just unfortunate in the final. Oh. Sharkbot throws out the the cloak emoji. I don't know what that means. But yeah.
Cloak emoji? Oh, it's probably saw
Yeah.
a burrowed unit or something.
Ah, okay, yeah, probably.
Is there? Yeah, there's burrow
Yep.
for Eris, so he's probably burrowing his units when they're getting low.
Yep, there we see one. Nice little burn. Borrowed there. Coming back up.
Well, we have the desperation Sharkbot. He's now distance mining as he's down to 4 mineral patches in his main base, and it looks
Oh.
like finally a death's being made, but
That would have been helpful a lot earlier, unfortunately.
yeah, I think the way to do it if you're going to one base is you scout to see if Eris went for Roach Warren or not. If you went Roach Warren, you go three gate Robo. That way you got your Observer and your Immortals to deal with roaches. If he doesn't have a Roach Warren, then you just go Glaive Adepts. Or a very heavy Zealot composition, something like that. And then you can kill these Zerglings like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, something like
Yeah,
force out a bunch of, even a bunch of Zealots against Zerglings is really good. Like a bunch of Zealots plus some Adepts there would actually really be good. But yeah, the Stalkers just got surrounded way too easily.
Yeah, I mean, you always think of Glaive Adepts being the counter to Zerglings. If it's, I don't know if this exists, but if you could do a one base +1 Zealot timing, it was probably a thing. It would actually that would be really strong too.
Possibly, yeah. Something to try.
But of course, that's the worst thing you can do if you're facing roaches. So
Yeah.
you gotta know what Eris is up to, because he does love his bro roach play as well.
Yeah. I mean, we really need detection when it comes to that. But yeah, the proxy's gone. And this really is a victory march now for Eris, but
Yeah.
we'll leave it
Fifth
to go
base
all the way.
completing, making it 5 base on half a base economy.
Yeah. I mean, you got some distance mining there, and this Overlord is just spewing all his puke on the floor.
Yep. That's actually probably the Overlord that won the game.
Yeah.
Because it's the one that knew that, okay, there's no expansion, let me build 40 Ling so I don't get caught off guard by a 4-gate.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get the final march of Eris as he's slowly working his way across the map. Being a little distracted by some Adepts, but
He'll get there
I do love the
eventually.
number of defensive queens too.
Yeah.
If you're getting all in, you can never go wrong with constant queen production.
Yeah.
It works well versus every all in you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, those queens were doing some work against the Stalkers, definitely. Alright, so I think this is the final march of Eris to see the championship.
Yeah.
We'll leave it all go all the way.
I'm seeing some potential there out of Sharkbot though. I'm seeing those like 40 kill Tempests and stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, if you're actually able to expand properly with those Broad Zerglings, and if you didn't lose all your Stalkers instantly, that could be a composition that could give a lot of trouble.
I definitely like the composition in game 2. I think if fights had gone a different way, then possibly game 1 I think wasn't going to work out, but congratulations to Eris.
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome.
Another tournament win. That's brilliant. Fought yourself all the way through. Only lost 2 games to Micro Machine the whole tournament. That's again, we see what a fantastic bot Eris is, and yeah, laying down the gauntlet. Who can challenge? But yeah, no.
Yeah. I think Sharkbot needs to work on that mothership micro a little bit as well. I think if you just make the mothership cover all of your units but be as far away from the enemy as possible, that's like the ideal position you should always keep it in.
Yeah,
I could see that having a lot of potential.
it's something that hasn't seen a lot of use in bot tournaments a lot, is the mothership, but I think it probably could. You know, it's definitely a fun unit, and just concentrate on taking out the detection as well. I think it's a good idea. But yeah, I definitely think there's good potential there for Sharkbot to keep improving. If he makes a step up that he has in the past few months and continues that kind of upward trajectory, I'm definitely seeing that being a big challenge for Eris coming up. So another another Protoss bot after -0 to really challenge Eris. So, but
Yeah, and before we lose all the viewers here, because I do see we have quite a few again, there is another bot tournament that's actually already started. You've already missed the first week, but you won't be able to find on Twitch. It's actually being streamed on YouTube. Much better production value than we have here. And I encourage you guys to check it out. I'll give you the link to the next upcoming stream. And you can find
absolutely,
a VOD for week 1 as well. So this is Pro Bots.
yeah,
Yeah, so you'll see all of your favorite bots from this tournament. More or less the same pool of bots. A few different changes near the
yeah.
bottom, I guess, but your favorites are all in there, including Eris and Sharkbot. Yeah.
That's good. And before we go, let's take a look at the final bracket, shall we, for the tournament? As we see today, Tia taking 3rd place, Micro Machine in our 4th place finisher, Sharkbot coming 2nd, and that's $75 second prize and 152 Eris, which is quite a
Well done.
nice little prize pool there for them. But yes, so I think Eris Eris didn't get dragged into the BM that Sharkbot was doing, and yeah, Sharkbot originally started life as a chat bot, so hopefully, if we can start sort of like getting some more bots chatting as well, which would be fun.
Yeah. It's a machine learning chatbot, like the original
Yeah,
Chat GPT.
yeah,
It's like, do I want to be a product that is like worldwide renowned, or do I want to convert myself to play StarCraft 2? And
absolute
I'm pretty
StarCraft
sure
2.
he made the right choice. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. All right, well, that's all we have time for here. And another tournament done and dusted. We'll be
Hmm.
back pretty soon with another one. There are plans in the works for more stuff. We'll keep you updated, but we won't be on for a few weeks at least. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We've had a lot of viewers, so thank you everyone for coming in. And hopefully, again, check out ProBots. They're running now, so that's going to be a fun tournament for everyone. And we'll see you all for the next tournament. Thank you very much. Catch you later.
See you guys.